So when I was in either second or third grade, I don't remember which one, but I know it was one of those two. For some reason, my teacher brought in Astronaut ICE Cream to class. It comes in a little Mylar pouch, and inside is this little piece of styrofoam looking freeze-dried ice cream. Remember, she broke off little pieces of it. She gave it to all of us in the class and let us try it. And I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world, you know, this little kid, and is this really what astronauts eat when they're in space? Do they not have freezers, not have refrigerators? You know, your brain just starts wandering and wandering. And I want to give a little piece of that magic to my nephew. I'm going to see him here in a couple days for our Thanksgiving celebration. And to facilitate this, I guess if we fast forward from second and third grade, 40 some years, I have my own freeze dryer now. So I bought a couple boxes of $2 Walmart brand ice cream sandwiches. They're downstairs in the freezer, in the deep freezer, along with the trays for our Harvest Right freeze dryer. The freeze dryer is turned on, it's chilling now. And I got kind of everything all staged and ready to go because time is of the essence here. I want to get these things up here. I got little pieces of cloth to keep my trays insulated from my countertops so they don't suck all the coal out of them. And it's going to be a rush. I want to get it done as fast as I can, get all these things cut up, put them back up, put them on the trays, and then put them trays back in the freezer. We're going to wait until the freeze dryer comes down to a really, really low temperature, well below freezing, and then we're going to slide them bad boys in and make some freeze-dried ice cream. All right, so we got two kinds. We got just plain vanilla and Neapolitan ones. I'm going to cruise through this as fast as I can. And along the way, I'm going to share with you, I did a lot of research on this before I attempted this to try to figure out what are the best tips and tricks. And as I've seen a lot of people fail at this, and most of the failures occur because of temperature. Things weren't frozen all the way. There's our Neapolitan ones. They look cute. We use our silicone mats. I'm cutting them into thirds just so that they're smaller little bite-sized pieces. And we're leaving the wrappers on. So more tips. Yeah, when you first turn on your freeze dryer and you start to run a cycle, it's basically going to say, let me cool the chamber for 15 minutes and then you can put your food in and go. But with ice cream sandwiches, or any form of ice cream for that matter, let it run for at least an hour. Get it well below freezing before you put the ice cream in there, because if it thaws just a little bit and it doesn't refreeze all the way before the vacuum pump kicks on, you're going to have a mess on your hands. Basically what happens is all the ice cream inside of these sandwiches is going to explode and make a big giant mess inside your freeze dryer. So we got first tray done. Going to use the little stackers so that we can stack the next tray right on top of this one. And then we'll take the entire stack downstairs to the deep freezer and put it back on ice until that freeze dryer comes way down in temp. If I end up having enough room, open slots on my trays. My dad stopped by today. He had made a run down to Costco today. He had to get the tires put on his truck. And while he was there, he did some shopping while he was waiting. So they sucker you in like that. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 hours. Why don't you go shopping for a while? So we're on to the vanilla ones now. But anyways, he bought a one of those infamous pumpkin pies from Costco. And just two of them at the home, so they obviously, oh, these ones are tiny. A lot smaller. Maybe I'll just cut these ones in half. Anyway, bought one of those pumpkin pies. You know, with only 2 people in his household, obviously 2 people can't really eat an entire pumpkin pie, so he brought about half of it over here today. And if I have room, we'll throw some of it in the freeze dryer and see how that turns out. People keep raving about the pumpkin pie and how it's an awesome little snack. Alright. Alright, cool. That took me like literally 3 minutes. So these bad boys are all going to go back down in the deep freezer until later on when the vacuum chamber is well below freezing. Alright, let's check out the pumpkin pie. Oh, nice. That looks pretty good. I want all this apple pie too, apparently. I think I might actually take this edge of crust off. I'm trying to cut them in somewhat uniform size and shape, but I'm trying to keep them somewhat small too, so hopefully while they're I'll put these right in with the deep freezer with the ice cream sandwiches that are already in there. Hopefully this will have a chance to freeze pretty good before I put it all, load it all into the machine, because you don't really want to mix and match frozen food with non-frozen food. It can kind of confuse the sensors of the harvest rate. So how about we, I don't know, this is, I don't know what happened to this apple pie, but why don't we put a few pieces of that in there too. Yeah, I think this one's kind of a mess. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. So that's what we ended up with. All this little pumpkin pie, one piece of apple pie, and these little guys will go join their friends down in the deep freezer. I'll keep an eye on the temperature, and when it gets down low enough, I'll meet you guys down there and we'll load all these up. And then tomorrow we'll see how they turned out and we'll give a taste test. So it's been hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Pumpkin pie is pretty close to being all the way frozen. And the chamber of our vacuum, our Harvest Right freeze dryer is down to -8 Fahrenheit. So I feel pretty comfortable in how cold everything is. The ice cream sandwiches are nice and hard. I really don't want to have something explode inside of there. I think that would just be a nasty mess. Alright. So we will be back tomorrow. It's nighttime now. It's 8 o'clock, 8:30. So we will be back probably tomorrow night. This will be done and we'll pull them out and we'll do some taste tests of both the ice cream sandwiches, the pumpkin pie, and maybe that little piece of apple pie too. So the pink ones are probably my favorite. I've tried pink so far and the white. I haven't tried the chocolate ones yet. It's super good. The ice cream reminds me of, so like just the ice cream part, reminds me of the little marshmallows that you get inside of Lucky Charms. It's kind of like the exact same texture, consistency, and kind of the flavor too. The cookie part is pretty hard, but once it gets in your mouth and your saliva hits it, it does kind of just like rehydrate and kind of just melts in your mouth. So I think I would definitely do ice cream sandwiches again. I want to try to come up with a way to just do like little globs of ice cream, maybe with like a melon baller, and make like little individual portions. I think that would be fun. The pumpkin pie, I tried one piece of that, but that footage is probably not going to make the scene because it took me forever on camera to try to chew one of these things up. They're literally like so hard. I had a hard time chewing it up. So I will probably not do pumpkin pie again. I suppose you could try to like rehydrate it maybe with some water, but then I think you're just gonna end up with like a soggy piece of pumpkin pie or something. So maybe I will try it just as an experiment and see, can you rehydrate this? But probably won't do pumpkin pie again. Definitely would do ice cream again. Now that I look at how much I made, I have a lot, and I'm sure my sister would not appreciate me gifting all of this to my nephew. So we'll pick out maybe half of this or so and package it up later tonight and get it ready. And tomorrow we're supposed to go to today is actually Thanksgiving. And I got to spend the day with my grandmother, which was kind of cool. She lives in a apartment complex like for seniors. It's not like a nursing home. It's just like an apartment complex. She's 93 years old. So me and my dad and my stepmom, we met up at the apartment complex today and had lunch with my grandmother. She was really surprised to see me. She didn't know I was coming. So that was really fun. And then tomorrow is Friday. And I'm going to be going over to my mom's with my sister and my nephew. And I'll bring these over there when I go to visit them. And maybe I'll even try to film his reaction on eating one of these. It's like normal ice cream. Have you ever had ice cream sandwiches before?
Yeah.
That's what this is, an ice cream sandwich, but it's freeze dried.
Okay.
So it's not gonna melt.
This part is good. I'm gonna try this part.
Freeze dried ice.
Good. I like it.
Yeah, well, this whole bag is for you.
Oh man.
But you can have like one each day though.
Okay.
No more than that
Does
because
it
it'll
taste
make
like
you
ice
sick.
cream? Good. Here, try one.
I love this.
Ice cream that don't melt.
We'll have to save some and take it to the beach.
Yeah.